This episode is brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform for building a cool-looking and professional website. Lord Byron, the 19th century British romantic poet who was in love with Umbria, described Lake Trasimeno as a silvery mirror in a peaceful landscape, contrasting its serene beauty with its violent history. It's hard to imagine the same scene as the site of a massacre of a Roman legion at the hands of Hannibal and an army of elephants. But indeed, wherever you are in Italy, history echoes throughout its landscapes and towns. For me, that's what makes living in this country so special. That visceral feeling that your day-to-day is entwined in a history with roots deeper than the fleeting present. Buongiorno! Welcome back to Castiglione del Lago, one of my favorite towns, not only in Umbria, but in all of, let's say, central Italy. I love it because we have beautiful castle town with this amazing lake. I think it's the fourth biggest lake in Italy, and so even in the winter, but maybe even especially in the winter, you can come down to this park surrounding the castle, surrounded by an olive grove, and just look out on the lake, enjoy the atmosphere, and it feels like it's all your own. So I'm here today in Castiglione del Lago for two reasons. We're here for food, quick lunch, and to view two dream homes. These are two dream homes that are in the countryside and following the theme of the latest videos with an accessible price point. Let's head back up to town. Castiglione del Lago is a town of 15,000 inhabitants, and it's located in the province of Perugia in Umbria. Though a 10-minute drive west brings you right into Tuscany. And rightly so, it's considered one of the most beautiful historical towns of Italy. So this is called Porta Senese, the main entrance going into the historical center of Castiglione del Lago. The restaurant that we're going to be eating at is right connected under the arch. You enter in immediately, and it's literally the neighbor of the arch. So I'll take you there. So I always try to take you to places that I eat at if I'm from the town or from the area, or in places where I would eat at if I went to that place. And so first restaurant is of that first category. I always eat here, so you know that I'm often in Castiglione del Lago, if you've seen my videos, if you've been following me. And this is the first restaurant where I always get my Schiaccia fix. The Schiaccia, also known as Schiaccia or Schiacciata, depending who you ask, is a Tuscan Umbrian focaccia. Though you can eat it just as bread, it really starts getting exciting when you turn it into a sandwich. Here, the menu is constantly updated with new and imaginative combinations of toppings. It goes great with a cocktail, beer, or glass of local wine.
Allora, le cipolline, le patate.
Let's start off with the fried onions. These are fried red onions. And they come with the truffle mayo. These are really good. These get the appetite going with that intense red onion flavor. This is delicious. Wow. Homemade potato chips. We'll try their homemade mustard for this one. Fries, when they're homemade, always beat frozen fries. Grazie. So this is a 7-kilo pulled pork sandwich. Pulled pork with, I believe it was provolone? Com'era? Scamorza. So we have, this is a heavy sandwich, which is a good sign. It's with pulled pork, caramelized onions, induja, which is a type of spicy pork paste, typical from Calabria, and a scamorza affumicata, so like a smoked scamorza cheese, which is similar to provolone. They hang it up, they smoke it. This looks really good. So the sandwiches here are so good. Every time I'm in Castiglione del Lago for a quick lunch, I get a focaccia here, and literally you cannot go wrong. This is delicious. You can come here every single day of the week, get a different focaccia, and you won't be disappointed. A part of the experience of having a good meal is the excellent presentation of the food. And the same is true about experiencing a website. Well, with Squarespace, the sponsor of today's video, you can build a website as beautiful as a Michelin star lunch. Squarespace makes the process simple. You don't need any previous website building experience. You start by choosing the template or by letting their cutting-edge AI design it for you. Just follow the prompts, pick any style based on your favorite aesthetic, and literally in 5 minutes you'll have a complete first draft of your website. It's easy to do, but the results are outstanding. Squarespace also gives you access to tons of high-quality stock images to personalize your site with. No matter your topic, you will find the images that bring your aesthetic to the next level. So head to squarespace.com/JustDreamItaly for a free trial and use my code JustDreamItaly when you're ready to publish to receive 10% off the first purchase of your website or domain. This is the first home that we're seeing in Castiglione del Lago today. We're right on the countryside. The sun has come out, and so it's the perfect time of day to see a country home. So this is a home that has been recently renovated. So you'll see the interiors are in great shape. Contains all of the characteristics that you would expect of a Tuscan Umbrian style home, a country home. And it's surrounded by green. So we're on the fertile plains, let's say, around Castiglione del Lago. In addition to the garden that this home has around it, there's also the possibility of buying 6.5 hectares of land. That's not included in the price. That would be an extra if you're interested in having that much land. Anyways, about this home. So it's a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom property, 140 square meters of living space, 5,000 square meters of a garden. And what I love about it, what I really like about it, is this facade where you have the passageway under to go into the tavern. You have a nice little tavern basement here on the bottom with the living space up here, where in the morning you can walk out on your balcony, enjoy the countryside, take in the fresh air. Here you don't hear a word, maybe a neighbor's dog's barking or a little bird tweeting up in the pine trees in front, but here we're on the peaceful countryside of Umbria. Let's start the tour by going upstairs. So the asking price of this home is 265,000 euros, considering that we have a total inside space of 400 square meters, of which, as I mentioned, 140 is this upper floor where you'd mainly be living in. It's a very solid price. So starting with the tour, as you see, we have this beautiful balcony up front, and that gives you a view onto the green fields surrounding the property. As mentioned before, those fields can be purchased with the property, or otherwise you do have a very spacious 5,000 square meter garden around you. We'll enter inside, and it brings us directly into the main living area of the home. You'll immediately see the Tuscan Umbrian characteristics of it with the cotto tiles, the beams, and the revealed brick ceilings. His home is a country home with a very nice rustic feel to it. We have a fireplace there on the left side with the kitchen here, the kitchen angle on this side. It's a very complete kitchen. We have the extractor hood, the oven, stove. It's a gas stovetop and plenty of space to cook on. Heading out back brings us to the terrace, and this gives us a view onto the back side of the garden. As you can see, the property is also surrounded by trees on one end, which provides shade from the sun during the warm summer months, and so that's very nice. There in the back is the second structure which is included in the purchase of this home. I'm calling it a barn. That can be renovated perhaps into a second living space, but it's also if you have animals and you want to have animals in there, you have a barn out back. So that's very convenient as well. We'll head back inside. As you can see, there's the dining area to the left. We have the kitchen to the right. Going around the corner brings us into bedroom number one. So this is the smallest of the three bedrooms, but still plenty of space. We have the windows looking out front. We have the same characteristics of the aesthetics, let's say, that we saw in the main living space. And here to the back, we have the ensuite bathroom. So this is a complete bathroom, shower, bidet, toilet, sink, as you get in complete Italian bathrooms. There's also heating throughout the home. You can see that we have a radiator on the wall, and that's the same within all of the divisions of this space. That's a gas heating, so you have a gas boiler downstairs. We'll cross now the living room, and it brings us into this second hallway where we have the other two bedrooms. So this is bedroom number two. And this is a very nice bedroom. You can see the peak of the ceiling up top, which is characteristic. They're very high ceilings, which is very nice. And this gives us a window, which gives us a view onto the back garden. So you can see the barn there out back, that part of the terrace, and some of the trees there to the left. All of the bedrooms have ensuite bathrooms, which is nice. This has a nice peaked door, which kind of goes up with the rooftop, the ceiling, which is very nice. And we'll turn here to the right, and it brings us into the last third bedroom. So this is a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom solution, each bedroom having its own bathroom. And so that's very unique. And so this can also be used, let's say, as a rental where you can rent out different rooms during perhaps the summer months. And each guest, each tenant would have their own bathroom. So you can see even the bathrooms have the characteristic revealed beam brick ceilings. This one also has a window up top in the ceiling, if you can see that, but it's closed now at the moment. And this gives us a view onto the front. So we're once again on the front facade of the property. And we'll head now back outside. So that was the inside. Now let's do the tour of the garden and the downstairs. Beautiful as well are the shutters and doors of this property and the exteriors, which have been beautifully maintained. I think that's seen throughout the property. Even though it's rustic, it's in this old style. It is a turnkey property. So that's very unique, I think, at this price point for the amount of home that you're getting for the price. So there's another look at the front facade with the great stonemasonry work there under that front terrace. So these are two different spaces. This is kind of a closet space under the stairs, great for storing wood or your practicals for gardening. And this here is an even bigger room where you have part of the water installations, but also there to the left, a bathroom and the laundry room. So a very practical space, though still very aesthetic. So we'll close the door. And another highlight of this property, a characteristic which I really love, is this next area, which I'll bring you to. So walking under the front terrace brings us into the taverna, so the tavern. We have this gorgeous downstairs space. This can certainly be turned into another living area, perhaps a guest receiving area. But if you wanted to turn it into like an area where you would get drinks during the summer and hang out during the summer, obviously it's cooler downstairs than it is upstairs. It would be a very nice relaxation area as well. So looking out brings us to the back garden. There in the back, I won't take you there, although if you are interested, I can certainly arrange photos for you. Just write to me, and I can send those over. That's the barn, right? And so this is a property being sold with a barn, that extra structure in the back. Here's a look at the side facade, also very nice. This is a property where I can see somebody living in if you have a couple of dogs that you want to run around. Maybe if you have horses, you can have horses there in the back, or if you raise chickens, rabbits, you can use that barn. It's very practical. So this is a country home, right? But if you wanted to, you arrange a project, you can get that second structure turned into another living space. So if you wanted to turn this into a sort of agriturismo or a mini casale, you can also do that. This back structure on the home, of course, this is the bottom part of that back terrace that we were on earlier, is another very practical space. This is great to use as a garage for your tractor, for your lawnmower, or to store wood in. So also very nice. So that was house number one. Let's now go see house number two. So we've made it to the second home that we're seeing today. This is what's called a casale, so a traditional Italian, central Italian country home. And we're on the outskirts of Castiglione del Lago, about 3 kilometers outside of the historical center of Castiglione del Lago in this beautiful green scenery of the countryside, like in the other home that we saw before, which is actually right nearby. So I'll bring you in. The property that we're going to be seeing, the second one, is, we'll start with the asking price. It's 545,000 euros. We have a beautiful garden going all around. You'll see how beautifully kept it is. It's of 8,000 square meters, whereas the home itself, right behind me, is 210 square meters on the inside, 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and beautifully maintained. So let's start the tour on the outside. You can see there was a private gate where cars can be let in, plenty of places to park. Here on this side, let me show you, between these 2 beautiful olive trees, we have a garage for a tractor, along with a fireplace. It's really beautiful, kind of like rustic shed, but architecturally looks like a little house, right? So a garden house. This way you can see a beautiful pump, a well pump, and just the kind of design that's been used to sculpt the driveway with the roof tiles going all along it, plenty of lights, plenty of bushes, and all of it's really immaculately maintained. I think the current owners have a very good gardener. So we'll make our way around the property. Like I said, 8,000 square meters, which means that you have a lot of land to work with. We have vineyards, like a small vineyards, where grapes grow. We have plenty of different pine trees of the Mediterranean varieties. We have places for grilling and just beautiful scenery all around. Obviously we're in December, right? So it's January. Things aren't as green and as splendid as they would be during the summer months, but you'll see that when you live in Italy, you also have to live during the winter months. So we're showing you the home in the winter months. Something really beautiful on this side of the home is this well. Very typical for, you know, countryside homes where historically you would have, you know, your own water being drawn up from the well. And that's kept here really beautiful. You can see water is still flowing. Coming around this way. So this is all part of the property. All of this area out here, all of these trees, all the way to the back. So there's plenty of land which you can sculpt to your own desire, to your own imagination, the way that you want it. So this is definitely a home for somebody who likes having a lot of land, who likes having a lot of yard to work with. And it goes all the way to the trimmed hedges on this side. So you have boundaries going around your property on all sides. We're going to cut through here, even though there's not really a passageway. We'll cut through because this is a home with a pool. So let me just show you the area of the pool for now. The pool needs to be redone, and that's something that will take place once this beautiful home finds a buyer. And so that's one of the guarantees of the seller, that the pool with the tiling and other parts of it will be handed over to the buyer, renovated. So this is this side of the home. I want to show you that the outside is all made of stone and brick and this kind of beautiful rustic Umbrian style. So it breathes character. On this side of the home, we have olive trees. So you'll have your own olives. Obviously, if you're into harvesting olives, there's cooperatives around here who can take some of your olives and make your own olive oil. So that's possible to do. You basically hire a local farmer to do the actual harvest for you. You can cooperate with him, learn how to harvest your own olives, and have your own olive oil if you'd like. So that's something very special. And we're back to the home. So we've seen the outside. Now let's talk about the home itself. So I said on the inside it's 210 square meters of living space, and that includes 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and a living room on the inside. So let's do the inside portion of this tour. I think you're gonna like the home. So this second home, I think, provides a nice comparison to the first one we saw. It's double the price of the first one, and we'll see why. I think the devil is really in the details. This is a much more modern country home with a lot more space on the inside. This is the living area. Of course, we do have a fireplace. We have some of that nice revealed stone there on that back wall, which gives it a nice touch. Also, the painting around the walls, I think, is very nice with that yellow, with a little red border going all the way around. The kitchen here is bigger. It's in this corner here. Gas stove top as well. To that left is on the inside is where you would have the refrigerator and the gas boiler there in the corner next to the window. This gives us a better look now into the living room. A very cozy space. I can imagine it being lit up with a fire during the winter months. Everybody, a family around the TV watching something together. Just a very nice image that I have there of that space. The ceilings on this property are also very tall. You can see the painting on the walls of this first bedroom are in a slight light green color, and just really, really beautiful, slanting upwards as well. To the left, we have the bathroom. So this is also a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom property. And this is a bathroom which is en suite with a complete shower and the continuation of those very high ceilings that we have in the bedroom itself. So we'll back out here. I wanted to give you another view of the bedroom just from this angle so you can really see and get a good idea of the dimensions of the space and especially the high ceilings that we're dealing with. There we have stairs going up to the first floor, but first we have this second bedroom. So we're on the other side of the home from that first bedroom. So you can see it's kind of like a mirror reflection. This also has a different paint color, so a different theme to it. And this gives us the entry into a more practical room. So this is the laundry room, storage room, perhaps a mini taverna. We do have the doors that would open up that give you direct access to the garden. So that bedroom doesn't have an ensuite bathroom because the bathroom is out here in the hallway. So this can be considered the bathroom for the home itself. If you have guests, they go right into this bathroom. I'm obsessed with the high ceilings, so I'm going to keep on showing you how high the ceilings are in all of these spaces. But this is, yeah, the complete bathroom on the not associated, let's say, with any particular bedroom. Then we can head upstairs. You can see the upstairs can also be closed. This is the 3rd bedroom up top, and so it's very nice that you would have a door there at the bottom for privacy. And so here we have bedroom number 3. This is a really charming home. I think this is a traditional country family home. And so it can be perfect as having a vacation home where the family comes during the summer months, or as a place to be lived in. Castiglione del Lago, like I said, is only a couple kilometers down the road. And so you have plenty of things to do with lots of access to wonderful locations throughout Umbria and Tuscany. This is, of course, the ensuite bathroom of this bedroom. And this bedroom has the unique characteristic, which the other ones don't have, of a balcony looking out directly onto the back garden here. We have olive trees right in front. To the left, we have that pool. And even in the winter, you open up this balcony, you kind of take in the nature of the pine trees that we have around. It's just gorgeous. So guys, I hope you liked this episode from Castiglione del Lago. Like, subscribe, comment below. Which home of the two did you like best? What did you like best about this episode? Where do you want me to go next? If you're interested in seeing a home renovation take place live, follow me on Patreon, support my channel. I'm renovating a home in the center of Arezzo. See you guys next time. Ciao.